all the stories in the Bible, the Lord had appeared to Abram with a solemn promise, not only to bless the world through one of his children, but also to give him many children, as could be counted, such as the stars in the sky or the dust of the earth. But Abram was an old man and was only human. His wife also being old, both of them wondered if they could actually produce a child, as the Lord had promised. This is the story of their doubt and their experience, which is found in Genesis chapter 16. It's the story, the first story of Hagar. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had no children, but she did have one slave who they had acquired in Egypt, a woman whose name was Hagar. Sarai said to Abram, "Behold now, the Lord has prevented me from bearing children. Tonight, go into my servant. It might be that she might bear a child that can be given over to me, and I will raise him." Abram listened to the voice of Sarai, to her suggestion. Now he had already lived 10 years in this land, he and his wife, and he took this woman, this Egyptian, and he came into her as if she was his wife. And in that moment, she conceived. Now Sarai realized that this Egyptian woman was pregnant, and she was filled with contempt for her. She said to her husband, "May the feelings I have be placed on you, these evil things. I gave you this woman to hold on to, and she's conceived, and now she looks on me as if she owns the place. May the Lord judge between you and between me." But Abram said to Sarai, "Look, she's your servant. She's in your control. Do whatever you want. Just take care of this situation yourself." But Sarai dealt harshly with this slave. She mistreated her so much that she fled away in fear. The angel of the Lord, who looks across the land, noticed the woman who was sitting down by a spring of water deep in the wilderness on the way to Shur. He appeared to her. He said, "Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from? And where are you going?" She replied, "I am running away from my mistress, Sarai." The angel said to her, "Go back to your mistress and submit to her." He added, "I will give you children, so many that they cannot be numbered, a great multitude. You are going to be the mother of a great nation." The angel gave her an oracle. "Behold, you are pregnant and shall bear a son, and you shall name his name Ishmael, because the Lord has listened to your suffering. That boy will be a wild donkey. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand against him. And he will dwell in the land and will be a man to contend with." She called the name of the Lord. She gave the Lord a name. She said, "You are a God of seeing." For she said, "I have seen someone who looks after me in this empty, dry land. And the well of that place, which can be found between Kadesh and Bered, is called Bir Lahai Roi, which means the God of seeing." And Hagar bore Abram a son, and Abram called the name of that son Ishmael. And Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bore Ishmael to him.